Welcome to the latest installment of the CURVA Calcio podcast, and it's going to be a much more effective show than last time because last time we took hours to start it and we couldn't stop laughing. But we have a lot to talk about today, and most of it I think is going to be based on what happened in the Champions League this past week, and mostly dealing with Juve and their win. Inter struggling, although they played a really good Barcelona team, so it's
simple
kind of
mistakes.
understandable.
Simple mistakes.
But they played well.
They played well.
Honestly, the two
But
goals.
you know what?
It was defensive breakdown that happened. They got tired. It was the goals were late, right?
Second half onward, we had 11 players in our own half.
Right.
We allowed them to press, and when you do that, it's always a dangerous outcome, right? When
Especially
you're so
against
lenient and you
Barcelona.
just sit back.
Lautaro had a really unlucky game. He
had
have some
a great goal.
posts out.
Yeah.
He had a great goal,
He had
but he had a lot of
goal.
chances after.
He did, but his first goal, especially off the break too, in the 3rd minute, on his weak foot, a little bit off balance, he picked the side mesh. Far side
very good.
Nicely.
Very well done.
Suarez with a beautiful goal.
The volley was nice.
Oh,
It actually,
yes.
It got the goal of the week.
The goal of the week, yeah.
Champions
No,
League.
it was just a perfect
It
connection.
was well. The second goal, Skriniar kind of lost his footing a little bit. He got a little beat.
Yeah.
But in all truthfulness, I didn't expect to win. I was very surprised when we were up 1-0 at halftime.
That was a rematch of.
Wait. Real Madrid. I know it's not really a Serie A, but that guy Bonaventure, what's his name? Dennis. He's got Dennis on his jersey.
Yeah.
He almost scored a hat trick.
No, but did you see both his goals were stumble goals?
Yeah, the second one he stumbled and then he tripped it
over.
over.
Both he stumbled. The first one he tripped a bit and then he found a late footing and put it in. And the second one as well, he tripped a bit and then found a late footing and put it in.
Does someone want to check how old he is? Because
he's young.
But he looks like a really good player. He was on a hat trick.
What was the team?
Club Bruges?
Yeah.
Bruges, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and if you look at the stats for that game too, on paper Real Madrid killed it.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of games like that.
But
even the Napoli-Genk game too.
Yeah. That was a bit of a dull game though.
It was a dull game. Napoli had a lot of chances though. I don't know. I see the pressure on them when they're there.
Milik,
even Atalanta, Ilicic, they all had chances and stuff like that.
Zapata
did amazing, beautiful header.
What was the score of the?
It was tied.
They lost. They
lost.
The last minute.
That's right. Extra time goal. Ridiculous.
It was a little unfortunate with the slip there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the slip by
I don't know who it was. One of the defenders. He was going to make the tackle. He even knocked the ball out of the striker's legs, and then it goes and slips.
Funny that Atalanta after a few games this season.
Is that when the goalie dived and then fell over the guy?
Yeah,
I would have been. I would have been pissed, bro.
I wasn't
furious,
it wasn't
bro.
his fault though. Right?
I remember Atalanta early in the year they signed Martin Skirtle from Fenerbahce. I think
he was on a free transfer,
and then they let him go after.
Yeah. Well, he had a dispute with the club head coach, with the manager, and after 30 days, then 30 days after, he just terminated his contract.
Yeah,
I mean, look at these stats for the Napoli gang. That's crazy.
But you can't.
How many posts did they hit that game?
I know. I mean, shots on target are comparable between the teams, but Napoli had Napoli had double the possession, and double the passes.
That's you have to realize that if you're going to be looking at statistics, paper wise, you want to look at possession, you want to look at shots on goal. It doesn't truly represent the game.
No, it doesn't always correlate.
Absolutely. You know what? It's all a momentum flow.
Yeah.
And sometimes luck. Sometimes you get some luck.
Sometimes you get some lucky bounces.
Look at this Liverpool Red Bull game. 4-3.
That was a very good game though.
And look at the possession. Liverpool 70, Red Bull 30.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That tells me that every time that Red Bull probably got him on the counter.
What was it? 4-3.
Yeah.
4-3, yeah. A late goal by Salah.
Yeah, Salah.
Did you guys hear about the rumor that we're trying to lure Salah?
It's not happening.
15 million a season.
Hey, Icardi scored.
Did he?
He scored for PSG.
Yeah. PSG.
Nice to see him actually doing something.
There's a lot of great storylines in the Champions League. That's why for this week I want to.
It's very exciting.
I want to touch on it mostly because.
How about João Felix?
How about Juventus?
Sorry to.
João Felix. I think
interrupt,
but I said it earlier in our podcast. I think it was week 2.
He's gonna be the next big thing.
He took his own rebound, right? But still, to me, he's effective in every game I see him play.
Right, but But
he does something.
Did you see
almost
what
every
he
game.
did? Did you see what he did before he took the rebound?
What did he do?
It's, if you're going to be a mediocre striker, what they have the tendency to do is to shoot and watch the ball after they shoot it.
Yeah.
Right? João Felix, every time that I saw him shoot, is always running after, trying to collect the rebound. And he actually squeezed his way through Bonucci to get that rebound. So it's all based upon that attacking instinct.
Through Bonucci.
Was it Bonucci that he had to...
They played...
or was it... I don't necessarily remember, but it's the fact that it's his off-ball movement that makes him such a lethal player, especially in front of... Even if just collecting your own rebound.
But they played against Lokomotiv the last game.
Yeah.
But he's referring to the Juventus Atletico game.
Oh, that's right. You did go through Bonucci. But yeah, to be honest, so, like, if you want to talk about who in Serie A is going to represent the league and the Champions League going forward, right now you can only point to Juve. I mean, Atalanta's getting destroyed in the Champions League.
Out of all the Serie A teams,
our hopes are gone, but I mean,
you're at the bottom of your group, right?
I want us to focus on the Scudetto. Yeah, we have 1 point.
That's one of the notes I made for this week, though, is that Inter's got to concentrate on Serie A.
Yeah,
this is their biggest chance to win.
Yeah, they absolutely have a very...
I think it's just important for us to focus on the Scudetto, and you know what? The Champions League is nice and all, but we're going to be there next year.
What'd you call it?
I don't want to say it.
Scudetto.
Scudetto.
Non è Scudero. Scudetto.
Scudetto.
E plurale è Scudetti.
Okay. Thanks for the pep talk.
So
have you noticed that's why I said it really quickly?
Yeah.
That's kind of indecisive.
So I'm gonna catch you though. I'm gonna catch you.
He's getting better with his pronunciation. It'll take time though.
The only way you're gonna learn is if we catch your error.
I'm more of like a self-taught kind of person. I don't need people babying me.
You don't want Rosetta Stone to help you, or
no? Okay,
Duolingo, or
then you're not gonna learn.
So I was gonna say something about Inter. When Conte had his undefeated season with Juve, one of the interesting things about that was that Juve wasn't in the Champions League, so they focused solely on Serie A. And that's a big reason why they went undefeated. Chelsea, I believe, in his first year with Chelsea, did he have the Champions League? Or no?
In his first year? I don't know.
In his first year.
I'm not too sure, but I don't believe so.
What year was his first year?
It was 3 years ago,
16.
I believe. 2016?
No, they were in the Champions League.
Were they? His second year, then he wasn't. No, sorry, his first year he won.
Well, no, he was only there for 1.5 years.
1.5 years, yeah. So, what was I going to say? With Inter, I think part of the whole plan for him is...
they're in the Champions League. They qualified for group stage.
Okay. So, his whole idea with Inter is... right now they're undefeated in the league, right? They're in first place. Ideally, if I were him too, I'd be concentrating, like Nino said, solely on Serie A, because if there's any chance to win, this is their chance. Because Juve, I think Anthony mentioned in one of our first 2 podcasts, Juve is solely going for Champions League. And Serie A is going to be a nice bonus, right?
It's not the first season they went solely for Champions League.
Last year was the same.
They kind of forego the season a bit.
When they got Ronaldo,
they
kind
switched.
Of formalized it.
Yeah. But no, Ronaldo, though, he didn't want to leave Italy without winning Serie A.
Yeah.
He wanted to win the Serie A. Yeah. It would have been a failure if he didn't win Serie A at all.
Yeah. In all honesty, if player fitness goes well, if they're healthy, there's not many injuries.
Yeah.
Juve can still be a very strong contender for winning the Serie A
and
Champions League.
Right?
It's only 2 points.
And Coppa Italia.
Yeah.
Go for the treble.
Go
for the treble.
The only Italian team to win the treble was Inter.
Yeah,
2000.
That's what I was saying.
Anyways, Ronaldo in his first, I think, 60 games, 32 goals, 12 assists. Was that expected? Or did you expect any difference? Did you expect him to go at a slower rate, maybe take some more time to adjust to a more defensive league?
Not
do you
Ronaldo.
think that's an accurate representation of his ability in Italy?
I actually expected...
For what, this season?
No, so
last
his first
season?
60 games.
So last season, Ronaldo wanted more attack.
Yeah.
More press, but Allegri wouldn't deliver. Obviously.
And he wanted more freedom.
Yeah, and he wanted more freedom. He was restricted under Allegri.
Sarri's giving him freedom.
Is he still... Yeah, he's still giving
No, Sarri's giving him freedom. He's attacking way more.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter based on the goal.
Well, look at the goals.
Someone like Ronaldo.
If you look at the goals being scored, in this season compared to last season, it's a little bit higher, I think.
And the topic of Dybala, he's starting to get a little bit more starts. He's playing. His performance has always been good, but it's now getting more notable. Like
he's playing well.
A lot of people are noticing the benefits instead of stuff that he's doing wrong.
He's playing very well.
You see when he comes in,
it's just
and he's coming into the game. When he started against Spal in the weekend.
Yeah.
You see him, Ramsey, and Ronaldo up top.
Ramsey had a great game.
And they were playing phenomenal.
He's
the passing plays they were making were nuts. They were creating chances left and right.
Yeah, they just got to put it in more.
Do you think it just took him a little bit of time to develop under Sadi's tactics?
No, but
I think it's just simply confidence, though.
Confidence.
Well, the thing with Dybala though is that they were planning on selling him, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, right?
They were forcing him out.
They're trying to force him out. He didn't know if he wanted to stay or not either. But he made up his mind. He made up his mind he wants to stay.
Yeah.
So he's showing
I think it was pretty.
He wanted to stay the whole time.
I think he generally wanted to stay the whole time. But last season, because of Ronaldo coming in, he probably he had a little up and down period where in his mind he was probably going, should I leave? Yeah, should I stay? Should I leave? Should I stay? And when someone's not focused like that, you're gonna see a dip in their performance.
He clearly lost a lot of confidence when Ronaldo came in. When Ronaldo came to Juve, and Mike made this point last year, how basically, it was either you had players that thrived with Ronaldo there and players that struggled because their confidence dipped, right? So, you saw the players that thrived when Ronaldo was there. Bernardeschi. He scored. He took his game to another level. Higuain this year, but last year
Higuain has impressed me.
But last year, who struggled with Ronaldo there? Dybala struggled. Costa was a little bit,
but he was injured. That's why
he was injured.
Mandzukic didn't get much play time.
Costa wasn't in the team that much after getting suspended.
Because of the spitting incident.
Oh, the spitting thing. Yeah. That's right.
You know what I think it is?
I didn't like when he did that.
I think it's the people who play best with Ronaldo are ones who understand that the spotlight is not going to be directed to them.
And that's why Bernardeschi does so well.
Yeah, you perform under the spotlight. You know your role, and you don't want to be the center of attention.
The problem with Dybala is that on any team, though, he would be a spotlight player.
His time at Palermo was amazing. He really impressed.
Yeah.
And that's why you guys paid quite a fee for him. I think it was 30 mil.
Look at his
35.
His touch is phenomenal.
His history with Juve.
That pass. What was the game he gave the pass to Ronaldo? The Champions League game or the Serie A?
The Serie A game.
The Serie A game was a header.
No. There was another. I'm talking about the Champions League. The last goal in the Champions League game. It was a pass through the legs of the defender right to Ronaldo. Ronaldo put it through the legs of the keeper.
Yeah, that was Dybala as well.
Beautiful assist.
Yeah.
Beautiful assist and beautiful goal.
You can really see that when he's coming in, he's making an impact on the team.
It was so fast I didn't see what happened, and after Ronaldo and Dybala are embracing and celebrating it, I'm like, oh, what did Dybala do? I didn't see anything. Yeah. They did in slow motion. I saw the beautiful pass through the legs right to Ronaldo.
I think he's understanding his role now.
That's what I think, right? He's coming to terms that but you know what?
He had the spotlight before. Yeah. Doesn't have it anymore. But Ronaldo's not.
But he's still a little bit selfish, which I like, because in that Champions League game he was on the right side and he went for goal, and it was blocked by the keeper.
Is he
instead of passing Ronaldo? Ronaldo was receptive to a header, and everyone thought he was going to cross it in, but he went for shot.
Yeah.
So I still like that he's.
You got to use that to your advantage.
No, I still like that he's trying to go for goals, right? Yeah. As he should.
He's a striker. First and foremost.
But you know what? You have to use that as your advantage. Defenders are knowing. And they're keeping a close eye on Ronaldo because that's what they're expecting.
Oh, he's smart.
A link up.
Yeah, there's three. As soon as Ronaldo gets the ball.
Yeah. So obviously, whenever Ronaldo's in a dangerous position, you're always going to make sure he's covered.
Yeah.
Right. And what that does is it redirects the focus onto Ronaldo and not thinking that Dybala can go for shot, right?
Which
and
I think
you have to use that to your advantage.
It's
all based on
when they're doing their tactics, they definitely consider that.
You have to do what the team least expects.
You know what hurt them last year in Champions League? It was the fact that they had Ronaldo and nobody else who was a goal threat.
You know what?
And I think that when Ronaldo played with Real Madrid, like I mentioned last week, he had Benzema.
He had so many options.
Well, the thing he had
Benzema's very similar to Higuain.
He is, and Higuain. We're gonna talk about him too because he scored a beautiful goal.
Beautiful goal.
Oh man, Like I love Higuain, and you know I'm getting used to him in the number 21 now. He was always the number 9 to me, right?
Yeah.
But
he's very creative for a striker.
He's very good touch too.
Who's a poacher. Well, you know what? If you're gonna be an attacker, your touch is literally everything.
Yeah,
he's rejuvenated.
That's the fundamentals of what makes you.
That was a criticism of Lukaku in the Premier League. His first touch, a lot of
times. Well, that's all the memes and stuff. Yeah. Like about his touch.
And in fairness, he saw a lot of episodes. Yeah,
but Lukaku's got other attributes.
Listen, Manu has got a lot of issues, so I generally don't think Lukaku's to blame for their problems. Look, they've lost like how many games? In 22 games, they've only won 6 or something like that.
Yeah, and I don't know why they brought back their coach, the interim coach, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't know why they did that. Apparently, Allegri is one of the favorites.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which would be really interesting. And we're going to talk about another potential coaching hire. Gattuso might be going to Genoa, but we'll talk about it later.
I thought that was Sampdoria.
Sampdoria? I heard Genoa.
I hear
Sampdoria
Genoa. I hear Sampdoria is looking.
But Sampdoria too, because they're relegation candidates. They're pretty bad.
But there's also talks with Milan.
That's the big one. I think.
Allegri was looking to go.
That would be exciting
to replace Marco Giampaolo.
Could you imagine this predicament? Allegri goes back to Milan, and then Giampaolo goes back to Sampdoria again.
That'd be exciting.
That'd be like, okay, you tried out at a big club, but good luck. So before we get off Juve though, is this Juve's best chance to win the Champions League this season? Does it look like everything's gonna go their way? First two games look pretty good, right?
Bayern looks really good. Atletico looks really good.
Bayern looks really good.
I mean, that was a beast of a win that they had.
7-2.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I like it how Tony Pulis said that Serge Gnabry,
right?
Yeah, he said he wasn't fit enough for West Brom when he was on loan from.
Yeah,
Arsenal.
I saw that.
Right? The goals he scored though.
And he goes and scores. I think four goals against Tottenham, so you could really tell he's a true gunner.
Yeah.
I mean, but,
this is gonna be honestly this is gonna be a really exciting Champions League because you have so many top-notch team contenders. You know, Ajax, they're still hungry.
They won 2 in a row.
They're hungry, man.
This is their first start in 25 years. Their best start in 25 years.
I think though once they get past that group stage mark, they'll kind of find their match.
What do you guys think about Manchester City?
They look like usual. I think they'll be getting through the group stage.
They're always top 5 contenders.
They're always there.
The
I mean,
Champions League.
I can't really honestly.
There's been a lot of talk about.
In my gut feeling, I honestly think it's gonna be like a Juve Atletico final.
Might be. Yeah, I could see.
Which is would be crazy.
De Ligt versus Joao Felix.
Yeah, I could see that as a final because Joao Felix is so dangerous.
But something about Bayern, the way they're playing in the Champions
League.
Bayern, Gnabry with those 4, he scored beautiful goals. Every
amazing. Tottenham's a disaster.
Yeah, Spurs. I don't know.
I feel so bad for Son because he's such a good player.
And I feel bad for
he scored a really nice goal against
there's
Bayern.
A while ago he did a beautiful volley.
Yeah.
Like it was in a Premier League game, I think.
Yeah.
Amazing. You know, he's one of the best in the world, I think.
Son is an underrated player, but you know who else is? Lucas Moura.
Moura, yeah, I don't know why. In that final against Liverpool, I still don't know why they didn't play him.
Him and Son play on they like to play on the right side.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, and I rather have Son over. Right. But Lucas in that game, amazing.
And then the only person they have on the left side, who I can't really remember if they started him, was Eric Lamela.
Yeah.
Did he start?
Former Roma player.
Player.
He's a good player. I like him.
I mean, there's too many options for who's a contender for the Champions League. Liverpool's looking okay. Not amazing. Ajax is looking good.
Against,
Barcelona.
Liverpool got.
Yeah.
They had
their defense didn't look very good.
Yeah.
In the last game.
I mean, it was 4-3, right?
That beat pretty nice.
Yeah.
He did. Something about Van Dijk is a lot of people say he's the best defender in the world, but
he died down a bit though.
No, but to be honest, he's very good. But it's like they're comparing him to like a Cannavaro or something. I don't know.
He's a different type of defender though.
He's
than
different.
He's more of a he.
I find nowadays if a player is really good attacking wise, no matter what position they are, they're considered the best. Like Manuel Neuer, like he was considered the best goalkeeper in the world for a long time. Why? Because he used to come up to midfield and have these beautiful headers.
Yeah.
And stuff. But at the end of the day, stick to your position and what do you do when the ball's coming at you?
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, Van Dijk's a great defender, but I wouldn't put him in a category of like a Maldini or something.
No,
right?
he's different.
He's
really?
I would.
Would you?
I don't know. I would.
I mean, I'd love to see him at Juve. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think we have a better one in De Ligt in the future. Not right now. He's got
the future back line of the Netherlands is looking very
Ajax is
tough.
Yeah. Ajax produced that whole team.
Yeah.
Frankie de Jong. They have
Celtic produced Van Dijk.
He did.
Celtic.
He came through Celtic and then Southampton.
You know what got Southampton's attention was the fact that Van Dijk was one of the top most lethal, or he had the most goals from a free kick.
You know, there was
one. And that's what got Southampton's attention.
You know what's
solely.
I don't want to get into like a Premier League podcast, but I remember there was a game for Celtic, and Van Dijk took the ball from his own end. He literally ran the whole field and scored the goal. It was a beautiful goal. Then again, that's the Scottish Premier League, so you take it with a grain of salt. But I mean,
well, you know what? You know what?
Would you take Van Dijk on Inter?
Huh? As of right now,
would he start on Inter if he was?
Obviously,
yeah,
he's gonna
for
start.
Sure.
If he
Van
were to
Dijk
start
on Inter?
Yeah.
Well, look at the defenders they have. Godin, do you replace Godin?
Godin's gonna start. Skriniar's gonna start, and you play Van Dijk.
I think De Vrij would be the one that.
De Vrij's a very good defender.
He is a very good defender. Yeah. He's but that's the thing. Him and Van Dijk. Van Dijk is just a quicker De Vrij, in my opinion.
And bigger. He's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, you know what? I think both. I think they're the same.
Van Dijk's a little more athletic. He can
and that's what That's what makes him a great defender.
Yeah,
is his athleticism. I mean, he's quick. He's really quick as well, and he's got really good timing of his tackles.
Yeah,
you see when you said you wouldn't place him on the same level as Cannavaro as Maldini.
I wouldn't. No.
Cannavaro and Maldini were more tacticians. Like they thought the whole game.
Tacticians.
Sorry.
Nino's a little bit nervous.
My foot's asleep.
It's getting hot in here too.
My foot is static.
We have a new studio.
Our studio's a little bit cramped this time around.
I've been trying so hard not to move.
It's getting hot in here.
And I am just squirming.
It's got an interesting smell in here, and it's getting hot in here.
But anyways, going back to that note.
Quick, because then we're gonna wrap up Champions League talk, because we're talking about like Southampton's and
stuff. Yeah, but Van Dijk is more. He knows the basics of defending, right? Solely.
I would assume most defenders should know.
Not of man. Not. Okay.
Do you want to get us demonetized?
All right, next point. I can't even
All I want to end with is saying that based on the group stages, a lot of strong contenders.
Valencia's gonna win it.
No, but you got Barcelona, you got Ajax,
Barcelona are
I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they have the motivation. I don't think they have the hunger.
Yeah,
Did you see that they're gonna? I don't know if you heard the rumor that they're gonna use Griezmann as bait for Neymar.
No,
I've seen
maybe.
That. I saw that today. Yeah.
But I don't know why they would get Griezmann and flip him after like half season or one season.
Yeah.
And they have to wait a full season, I think.
No, they do. Yeah.
Based on my knowledge of playing FIFA career mode,
they get fined for talking to Griezmann?
250,000.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a huge fine for them. So
it's pocket change.
It's pocket. Literally, it's a small bonus. Consensus. Juve is the one, I guess, hope for Serie A this year.
Honestly, man.
Across Europe, even like Europa League, the Italian
Europa League has Lazio and
Lazio did well last Serie A game.
Yeah. Roma tied 1-1 against a team I can't even name, to be honest. And I don't know, the Italian teams are pretty disappointing in.
But I would expect Napoli though with Ancelotti, because he's had history in the Champions League.
Well,
I would expect them to.
Napoli had a great start against Liverpool.
It's a draw. They got a draw. It's fine. They're gonna get through. They should have scored that game though. Yeah. They just got unlucky.
100%.
Yeah, they got unlucky.
They hit 4 or 5 posts.
Giovanni Di Lorenzo got his first call up to the.
He's your buddy there, eh? You mentioned him. You gotta plug that name.
I like him as a player.
Yeah.
Right. Even his time when he was with Empoli last year. Empoli. He's someone that really caught my attention. So I mean, hopefully, once Asamoah or Cantadeva retires, we can start.
Speaking of Cantadeva,
he's been playing really.
What
nicely.
A goal!
Yeah.
What a goal from your buddy who's on your phone background.
Phone background.
So we're gonna get into some Serie A talk now. I want to start with Inter versus Sampdoria.
I want to talk about actually.
No.
I want to talk about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Sunday, because
we're gonna do that at the end. I want to get through the rundown.
What I want to say about Champions League is that no matter the talent or motivation of any team, fitness and health.
One's gonna beat Juventus.
No, but fitness and health is a big part. You could be an amazing team and an injury, and
that's why we lost to Barca.
And that's why, and I'll say this: your Inter Milan treble win, whatever, is special
because we have depth.
No, because those players, they maintained the health, they maintained the fitness to survive all competition. Who impressed you the
most on that team?
No one.
Milito.
It was Diego Principe. I liked the Samuel Eto'o.
There's only one Principe, and that's Marchisio, who retired.
Today.
No, but I'm happy he retired. He didn't go to another Italian team. Yeah. He didn't go to MLS where he would have played just kind of crap, He
faded out.
He went to Russia.
Walking to the sunset, right?
He went to Russia and didn't play half the
season.
But
that shows you, though, that Juve made the right decision. Non-emotional, if you're looking logically, they made the right decision to let him go based on his wages, because he just wasn't going to play again. He only played 9 games with Zenit, I believe.
Was that the reason why you guys let him go? I thought it was
he just wouldn't have. They would have been playing.
I thought it was mutual consent.
It was, because Juve wasn't going to start him, and he wanted to start, and Juve said, "Listen, we're gonna give you a chance to go somewhere else to start." And then he went to Zenit, and I think, did he win a title with Zenit?
No.
I'm not.
He might have, because they're in the Champions League. Because I think they won Russia, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so I mean, good luck to Marchisio. He was one of my favorite players.
Do you think he's gonna join Brazzagli and be in the technical director?
He's gonna be right with Juve. He's one of those players who I think that he's got a feature in the front office. Barzagli does too. Chiellini's the next one. It's weird seeing Buffon as a backup. But I kind of like it, though. They always show clips of him on the sidelines celebrating and everything. And he's played well in the game.
It's nice to see him on the sidelines now. It is a little weird, though, especially seeing him not with that number 1 on the back of his jersey.
Yeah, I mean, he's wearing the number that he wore with Parma, right? 77? Was that the Parma number?
Yeah, 77.
So, anyway, now I want to get to Serie A. I want to talk about Inter.
I want to talk about Lazio.
Can we talk about Inter?
No. I want to talk about Frank Ribery. Because
he's
36 years old.
Yeah.
What's the point of
How old is he?
36 years old.
He scores again.
Not only did he score a great goal, which sent Romagnoli flying, he also caused a red card.
Yes.
Yeah, because that was a horrible tackle. I don't want to say his name, so if you guys want to say it for me.
You say it.
Guys.
No. I'm not done my point.
I lost feeling in my foot.
I did lose feeling in my foot.
That's why I stretched my legs out.
I can't feel anything.
You're gonna knock that globe over.
That was close. Almost a disaster.
36 years old. He completely tore Milan.
That one.
Okay, but Milan is nowhere near prime.
Milan is like
they're one of the most disorganized teams in terms of tactics and not knowing who they are.
They do not know what's going on right now.
Funny how they got a coach in Gianpaolo who, in his last stint with Sampdoria, he knew exactly what he was doing. And he knew exactly what his team is. Anthony's got to stretch his legs out because he's dying in this studio.
So listeners, I apologize. I have to stretch my legs here.
There you go.
I think we should all just take 30 seconds.
We've never done a podcast here. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a modern studio.
It reminds me of elementary school.
It's cozy. It's hot in here. The smells are
nice.
Everyone's trying to squirm very quietly. You can see the concentration on their face. They're trying not to make any noise.
If you hear a lot of rustling and the wind type of stuff, leaves.
Anthony's wearing nice socks, very fashionable socks.
Yeah. Although someone just sent me an Instagram message saying the opposite, but who cares what people think.
Our listeners have been weighing in on our podcast saying that they really enjoy our content. So the thing with Gianpaolo though with Milan, is he on the hot seat?
I think it's too early to tell.
Really? You think so?
You know what the problem is?
I think he's feeling some pressure.
He doesn't. Yes, obviously he's feeling.
Have
pressure.
They won a game?
Yes, they've won a game. But I mean, they have...
Is he getting the most out of his players?
No.
No.
Because you know why? Because they don't.
Is Piatek scoring on a consistent basis?
No. The reason is that they don't have. Anthony, if you need to stretch. Good boy.
Yeah, but it hurts.
Oh, it's only nerve problem. It's okay. It's not gonna kill you.
We're all feeling it.
You can't bring the best out of your players if you're gonna keep shuffling around and you're gonna keep shuffling the formation.
A good coach gets the best out of his players. What's he doing with Paqueta? He's
starting him off the bench, but I never liked Paqueta.
Why? He's good.
He's very skilled player.
He's too skilled. That's the problem.
How are you too skilled? No, that's impossible.
That's
an injury.
Hold on. I want to hear what
let's hear his justification for this.
He's too skilled in a sense that he only thinks the only way that he can play is through his skill.
That makes no sense.
So what you're trying to say is sometimes he should play. No, I understand what you're saying.
He's a center mid. He's a center mid, but he relies on his skill too much, and that makes him take too many touches and get himself into bad spots and get himself where he's surrounded by people. He doesn't know how to release the ball quickly. He doesn't look up.
It's a Dybala situation.
He doesn't look up when he's running. He looks down.
So obviously he's not too skilled then. What you're saying is,
what I'm saying
let me reiterate what Nino's saying.
He's a winger.
It's not that he's bad. He's too skilled. It's just that he's not utilizing his skills efficiently and effectively.
Yes.
Sure. If you want to play like that. All I'm saying is that there's no balance. He lets his skill do everything. He lets his skill define him as a player.
But that's like Messi. That's like Ronaldo.
No,
that's
like
Messi
you'll have a result. I understand what Nino's saying.
No, but you use your skill to be who you are on the pitch.
Yeah, but it has to end with a result.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It takes away from the rest of the
team.
What
he lacks is that intelligence on the field to know where he's going to be in the right spots to make the right decisions. So it's not as much about skill.
He doesn't make right decisions.
Okay, Gianpaolo, I understand why he wants him on the bench. He's trying to teach him that if you're going to play for Milan in the system that Gianpaolo plays in or wants to play, whatever system that is, then you got to be like an all-encompassing player. You can't just be skillful. You got to actually come back on on defense and everything. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I think Gianpaolo's on the hot seat. And at the end of the day, maybe Max Allegri does go back to Milan.
Well, he's bringing a lot of Leao. Leao's playing. He's playing pretty.
Who Max Allegri is or Gianpaolo?
No, Gianpaolo.
I just mentioned Max Allegri. He's doing a lot.
I'm focusing on Anthony right now. What Anthony just did is he showed me a picture on Instagram of Alexis Sanchez's quote saying that coming to Inter was falling in love with football again. And again, that just reiterates the point how Conte is able to bring the best out of his players, and he develops more of that coach-player relationship.
He's just happy he's out of Manchester.
And the idiotic thing that Anthony here does, who's supposed to be like le dottore, he's supposed to be the technical...
Lay?
Yes, lay, you're a female.
Lay is a plural of the feminine.
Yes, you are. I'm finding you very...
Yeah, but it's not plural. You say la. You gotta say la.
His socks are very fashionable. More than yours. You get the sports
Anyway,
socks.
These are nice socks.
He reports it as spam.
I reported it as spam. You didn't see what I did, JP. I reported it as spam.
And he's gonna report it again as spam.
No, I'm not gonna do it again.
I love that. Just keep.
Why did you report it as spam?
Because it is spam. He's obviously been brainwashed by the Inter-industrial complex.
Exactly.
Elaborate a little bit.
Did you see the?
No. Elaborate, Anthony.
There's nothing to elaborate. It's pure.
It's just Inter.
It's pure banter.
Yeah, enjoy it, because when you guys are back down in City B for match fixing, and then you'll
did you see that Juve's appealing?
They've been appealing for years.
They're reappealing. They're just reappealing
just
now.
Keep going until they say
strip Inter of that title.
Oh, can you imagine?
Why do you think?
What a bitter relationship.
If you guys don't win one year, what makes you think you guys are gonna win the next year?
Listen, mark my words. You'll see a day in the near future where someone comes up on the podium and Conte's gonna be there.
You know what I find is that every Serie A fan has their distinguishable characteristics. Like Roma fans, I see a lot of Roma fans that are bald. Is there some sort of correlation? No.
I mean,
Juventus fans piss me the fuck off.
Because we win all the time.
No, it's because of your...
But that's why Juventus is hated, simply because they're the best.
Idiotic basically. Comments.
If they're the best.
If I ever see an Italian walking down the street and he makes an idiotic comment about anything, I can assume that he'd be a Juventus fan, and next thing you know, he'll put all the stupid car keys like every Juve fan has, with the stupid logo.
I have mine has the black and white striped shirt.
You people make
Put
me
some context
sick.
behind this. I do that every time I see Nino.
You pull support out of your asses.
My beautiful.
That's all you guys are. You guys are all
Juventus keychain.
Listen.
You guys don't talk about Juventus until they win, and you guys gotta pull that support out of your ass because you don't know what the hell to say.
Listen, Nino.
Sorry, Nino got triggered.
On TLN, they have the Serie A show.
Did you see?
I'm making a point. You keep interrupting me.
In the Napoli game, the reporter for Sky Sport, she's very attractive. I forget her name. It's like
Sky Sport Italia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Delete. I don't know. And they said, in Italian, they were saying, "Get your tits out of here."
So wait, how do you pronounce her name again, Nino?
Man, the Italian fans are ruthless, man.
Oh my god, just like Nino. But honestly, how do you pronounce her name?
To be honest, I don't quite remember.
Oh, you don't know? How can you have a crush on her? You can't pronounce her name.
Who said I had a crush on her? Where are you coming from these allegations from?
Where am I coming from these allegations? Okay.
Where are you getting these allegations from?
Can we talk about Inter Juve?
Yeah, that's the most
very
important game.
Yeah, and Nino, stop touching me, Nino. I need to hear from you first because Inter. I mean, the last time these guys played, if I'm not mistaken,
was it December?
No, I do recall the game where I think it was 2 years ago. Higuain scored a goal against Inter to break the hearts of Napoli. I remember that game.
To break the hearts of Napoli?
Yes, because Napoli was hoping that Juve didn't win. And
that's right.
Higuain
that's right.
We were watching it, yeah. And so what do you think about the game? Who's going to win?
I think it's going to be a draw. Again, that just all depends on who's going to be playing.
3-1.
Alexis Sanchez.
Juve. 3-1 Juve.
If
very logical to think that.
It's going to be
I think it's going to be 1-1. I think you guys are overestimating
all honesty, though, it's going to be a very tough game for both sides because there's a lot of passion and motivation for each team to win.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, both teams are the only teams left that are undefeated. So, I mean, we want one to prevail.
One's been more impressively undefeated than the other, though. Like, Inter's been more impressive with their wins.
It'd be great if we
could
watch it together.
A lot more impressive.
What was Anthony saying?
You want to go to the Juventus Club to watch the game?
Shout out to Juventus Club of
Toronto. Shout out Juventus Club Toronto, official fan club
for the greatest team on earth.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm looking at Nino.
And his face is
disgust.
If you could see his expressions right now,
disgust is one word I would use to describe it.
Disgust is an understatement.
So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game though. A lot of good storylines. It's their first meeting of the season. It might end up being the best derby match so far.
Well, it's already got the highest amount of people attending out of any.
Oh, is that right? So far. Oh no, they couldn't meet it. No, they couldn't beat it because they have a section closed. They have. I read an article this week that they couldn't beat the highest attendance because they have something under renovation or something like that.
They're playing at the San Siro.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It would have beaten it if they. I can't remember now.
Interesting.
Is it construction?
Let me look it up.
Pull it up.
Okay, you guys talk. I'm gonna do some research.
It is intriguing. Yeah. So okay, different question. Who's gonna score this weekend? I would even make a bet on who's gonna score, and I know who's gonna score.
Ronaldo.
No, Higuain's gonna score.
Higuain's gonna kill it, bro.
He's gonna score against Inter because
does Higuain have a good history with Inter besides the
last game I saw him play against him, he scored.
Yeah, so the headline of the article is Inter's clash with Juventus can't set new Serie A ticket revenue record this weekend, despite sellout crowd. And there's a reason for that, and I'll provide that information shortly.
What's the capacity? Is this 70?
Yeah, I think it's 70.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, every time we've promoted a derby match, it hasn't really gone too well. I mean,
I was very happy with the Inter Milan game.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I mean,
good result.
Yeah, so a few sections in the third tier will be closed for safety reasons.
Okay.
Okay, well.
And that's why they can't break that record attendance.
I wonder what the motive is for that.
What's the capacity of the
safety reasons? 72. The new one. I don't know.
It's gonna be smaller.
It's gonna be 45.
Maybe they have 50. Maybe they have outstanding renovations to do on certain sections, and it would be unsafe to have people there. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be it.
Could be many things. Who knows? Maybe it could be even like in terms of
mitigating.
No, I didn't give a reason. Okay, maybe it could be in terms of mitigating violence. I don't know.
It could be just Inter doesn't have enough fans to fill the stadium. It could be that. You have no. When you don't win for a long time, you start to lose a lot of faith from your fans.
Right, and then, I would rather lose faith than gain bandwagoners, to be honest.
I'd rather gain bandwagoners. That means you're winning.
That means, yeah.
That means you get...
See, that's the thing about a big club like Juventus. You will always have your core real fans.
Yeah.
But when you establish a multinational brand like Juve has, then all the plastics come in. That's fine because they provide revenue. They'll buy the jerseys. They'll buy Ronaldo. All the Ronaldo bandwagoners are for Juve now.
Yeah.
They bought look at the jersey sales they made.
Really funny though.
It's okay to have the bandwagoners.
It's not bad.
But the good thing, it's not like Man City where it was like a nobody club and then people pump money into
just like PSG.
Like PSG. Juve has a history. Yeah. It has the roots entrenched in Italian calcio.
Yeah.
You have the owner of Juventus.
You could say that. You could say that for
Fiat.
You could say that for many of the Serie A teams.
Yeah, but
can you say that for Fiorentina?
Okay, you cannot win. No, you can't say it.
Yeah,
no,
okay, but
you can't say it. But Juve's different now. Look at the rebranding. Look at the rebranding though. Look at the new logo.
And what's funny before is that Juve never had a multinational brand. It was Milan who had the brand. Milan was the biggest brand in Italy.
One. Yeah, because of the Champions League.
They were the guys who had Ronaldinho. They had the Brazilians. They had all the great players. Juve was the hard-nosed Italian, the Contes, Del Piero, like not fantastic.
And that's why I fell in love with Juve because not only because of my good friend John Paulo, promoting the club, but because they're so reminiscent of the Italian national team.
Yeah.
That's why I like Juve because
a quarter of the Italian.
Well, not anymore. Not anymore.
That's what I like now. It's a lot more variability.
Oh, you like that now?
I love it.
Oh, really? The Inter fan.
I love the midfield core. I think we have a great midfield core.
Well, I think you like the midfield core because it incorporates an Inter.
I hope. I want to see Sensi start a little bit more.
Sensi's a good player.
He's a great player. And you know what? He's changed. He used to slack off.
I don't know why, but
for
me,
and the Conte effect just kind of smartened him up a little bit.
Sensi and Suso, kind of for me personally, are similar players.
No.
Different positions, similar players though.
I feel like they're both small guys.
They have a good skill
They're both little guys. They're both very.
They're the outlet.
They're very shifty, both of them.
Yeah, they can move quick. They're talented. The ball. They're skillful. Yeah. They're both tiny.
Sensi also played as a defensive midfielder in his time as Sassuolo. So I mean, he's got a little bit more technique in terms of
Suso drifts out wide a little bit.
Sure.
Sensi with his free kicks is really good.
Yeah,
and same as Suso.
Yeah. Very good.
That's why I see.
Suso's a lefty, left foot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we're gonna end this podcast, but I want to end on a positive note. Not talking about Inter. No, honestly, I just want to say it was nice getting into the Champions League talk again this week. Champions League again returns in 2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah, for the group stage every 2 weeks.
Yeah. This could be exciting.
Yeah, it's the week after the game that I'm seeing. Oh, yeah, big shout out. So I'm seeing the Juventus Bologna game. I will be providing live image and their video for our social media, Twitter, Instagram.
You're sitting in a good spot, too, for Palacio to celebrate.
Stop talking about Palacio. He was nothing to Inter.
I'm going to be sitting at one of the corner areas. I don't know which one yet.
Maybe if Ronaldo scores, he'll do a celebration.
He's going to do a Sue right in front of me.
Anthony's gonna get front row footage of
of his bulging apparatus.
How expensive are those seats? Are they relatively expensive?
They were because I bought them through the Juventus official fan club of Toronto. Shout out to GOFC, Juventus official fan club of Toronto. I got a €25 discount on the tickets.
It's very, very good.
So they're originally €100. I got them €75 each.
They're only €100?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not bad.
That's not a bad
price. I highly recommend any Juve fan listening to this, go check out the Juve Club.
And
it's worth it.
Yeah, last thing for wrapping up, we're on SoundCloud.
Yeah, we just got on SoundCloud.
Just far more practical for listeners.
Yeah.
And you can just search us CURVA Calcio Podcast.
Very good. So thanks for listening, everybody. I'm Gianpaolo Deguano, Michael Galati to my left, Anthony Canavici, Nino Ciotola. And one more thing, Anthony's not going to be with us the next 2 weeks. So it's just going to be us three. I'm going to be visiting the motherland, Italia. And he'll tell us all about it when he gets back. So thanks again for listening, and we'll reconvene next week and talk more about Serie A.
Ciao.